So hello guys and welcome to our tutorial today. I'll be taking you through Civil 3D and I'm so glad to have you here. So when you open Civil 3D, it will require you to specify whether you want to use matrix or imperial, but for this case we'll be using matrix, and then you click open. You will have a workspace like this, and another thing that you'll be required to know is the interface. I'm not going to explain much about the interface, and if you want me to do so, just comment interface and I will create that video for you that will be going through the whole interface. But that said, let's continue. The first thing that you need to do for you to design a road is to import points, whether it is a water project that you want to do, any kind of project, you will have to have survey points, and that will require you to maybe ask the data from the surveyor. But for this case, since we have them, we just go to prospector on this left side of your software. You click prospector, and then you click or you go to the top, you click points, you point create, and then here you will get this tool pop up, create points. You have here some several, but you would go to the last one that asks you to import points. If you haven't found it, let me repeat it for you. You can click point on the second method. You can click points, you right click, you click create, and it will create points for you. You click import, you click here, and then you get to import your points where they are, like that. You can change the description here, and then you click OK. So you can do that, but let me cross some of these projects so that they don't disturb us. Cross this one, let me cross this one also, I don't need it. Cross this one also, I don't need it. Like that, right? That. Let me check if you stay with us. Exactly. Now another thing that I will need to do now is just to ensure that I click let me show you from the start. Click points, point creation tool, and then this point creation tool will pop up like that. So when it pop-ups, you just need to go to this import points, and then you just click the plus button, and then here you get to import your points. You just click here and then import, and it will import your points like that. Then I click OK. I don't need to do anything else here, or I can just click here, add to the group. It will have done some work for me, and I click OK. So for you to see what you have imported, you need to click this zoom tool extend, and then you will have these points, but I don't see the way they have been imported as is confused. So let's go back again, Control N, I click open, and then I cross the previous tab for me, click here, I don't need it. Let's import again. So click points. By now you should have known how to import. I click here, and then I go to my points, HB points, click OK. I'll change the description to PNEZD, command delimited, and then I click OK. For me to see my points, I can cross this one. I click zoom and I will get to see my points. So I have my points here. Don't worry if you're not able to see your point after importing it. You just need to uh, click this zoom extension and it will have done some good work for you. Yeah, so that's how you get to import points in Civil 3D. So that's how you get to import your points. And it's very simple here. You just need to do that. So let me get to share a link with some people here. So by now I know that you have done that, and let's continue with it. So with that, I will just go ahead and create my group points. So I just click here, point groups, click here, click new, and then here you just click include all the points. Yes, and then you apply. So whatever I'm doing now is to create, and then I will click OK. So I get these points and I will have them including everything, every kind of detail. And then after that, whatever I need to do is to create a surface now. Just click this plus button. Let's click all point again, point group, right click, properties again, include all points. Let's say all points again, click apply. Here I just call them road so that I can get to differentiate them from the previous one. After that, I just click to all, create surface, then I click OK, and then I just click the plus button here, create here, click here, and then you go to point group here and you add. And then I will add my points that I had called them, I had named them load. And then I click here, I apply, and then I apply and I click OK. So it must be creating a surface for us. So we have a nice surface here. Kindly don't worry if you are not yet here. I know. Let me give you a minute for you to do this, and I try to explain what I have done. So whatever you need to do here is to create the point groups, and those point groups you will use them to create your surface. And it is important for you to know how to create those points so that you don't miss any single details when you are designing it. So after that, I have created my surface here. You can see my contours here, and I have a good surface. So with that, whatever I will need to do is to now create my alignment. And whatever I will do here now is just for me to ensure that I create a good alignment. So I will just go to points and I will just control go to point again, and for this case I will click properties, and now whatever I will need to do here is to ensure that I include only the points that I need. For example, I click properties, and here include, I will only include points with description matching CL, and then I click apply, then I click OK. So the point with CL, and then for these points I think I don't need them. I just click and then I try to edit points. I click OK. I click props will work for us. Click apply. Okay. So whatever I need to do now is to just create my alignment. I just go to alignment here, alignment creation tool. So for this case I'll be using I'm going to name my alignment to be alignment HB road alignment, and then I just be good with that. So I will just whatever I'm doing is to create a center line of it. Then I can just say call it a center line, of course, just the description. The chainage, it's like for the people like who are doing transport, you need to be very cautious here. There are a lot of details here. On site, maybe I just could none alignment to be proposed. If you are sure that that is the actual, you can just change here to the basic or existing one, or offset, depending on what you're working on. On here, design criteria, what design speed are you designing for? Like for this one, I will be designing for 100 kilometers per hour. So there are some of the things that won't work for me when I'm designing for 150 kilometers per hour. For example, if I be using 150 kilometers per hour design speed, then it will require me to have a larger radius of curvature. Like when I am negotiating a corner, I will need a bigger radius, so that will require you to be designing something like that. But for this one, we are designing for 100 kilometers per hour, and then of course here you can see properties, minimum radius according to ASHTO 2011 matrix marks, and transition length of the table, you can see it is touring, and then attainment method is ASTO crown road. So for this case we'll be doing a crown road, and then we click OK. And then here you also need to know what you be using here. So for this case you click the tangent, and then you click tangent with curves. So this one will take the responsibility to ensure that the line that you're creating has good curves that are within the design standard. So for that I just come here and then look for CL. So for CL you can see it. Let's go back again. So for these points, for me to be able to create it a vis, and then for this one I will need to let's wait for it to load. Some things have changed. Yeah, so you can support this channel by subscribing and ensuring that we ensure that this community grows. So with that, so let's continue. So just click the point here, right click properties, but we can work with it that way. um, so I think we are cool with that. Then I go back to points, create points, just import them again so that I can have a smooth working. Then I just click here, click OK, cross here, you'll have them. Click here again, point groups, properties, and all roads, all points, but I need to check the properties of these points. Description, apply, OK, PowerPoint, edit points, OK, properties. Here I need to just include only with I think we can use point and description, or use on. Okay, why it's not working here? We can just work with that one. So we have points and a lot of description, but let's edit it once more. So let's create a profile alignment. We just go to home and then you click alignment here, alignment. Then you can name it. We had name it and click OK. Then I just choose the curve tool here. I use tangent with curves. Then I will zoom, and then I start creating my proposed. So this will take a bit of time, but ensure you do a good alignment so that you don't have a road that is overhanging on top of buildings. So it is important for you to know how to do this. It can be a bit tiring, but tiresome. But as a good designer, you need to know how to navigate through. So also ensure that a road cannot be so flat because of some of the reason that you know, because the drivers won't concentrate on the road, and ensure that there are a lot of accidents. Then I just create here. So let's create this way so it can be faster, but I'm not creating like the exact thing, but I ensure I remain within the center of the points. So like that, and then here I click there, click there, click there, there, there. So you ensure you create them like that. And with that, I think you will have a good profile. I click escape. So I will be having a good alignment at this point. Also ensure that you have created on both sides if you're using this data. I'll be providing this data to anyone who would want it. So kindly, if you need it, just comment there and I'll be able to send them to you. So and then I create on this side. Exactly. Then I'll click escape. So I'll be having my alignment here. And after I'm done now, the other thing that I need to do is to create my profiles. And after we are done creating our profiles, I think we call it a day. And we will meet tomorrow. We continue with this. So these live will be availed to us for perusal and for practice, but ensure that you'll be joining us in our successive trainings. Yes, so after that I create my profile. I click here, create a surface profile, and then here I just click surface, then add. Station value should be less than the end of the station. Let's see, add, and then we'll click draw. Here we just click next, 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 and then here we get to create our profile view, and then we will click where we want our profile view to appear. So this is basically showing like how our road is, like you can see like imekuja hivi, and then yeah, so it's basically showing how our road is like, and you cannot afford to have such a profile because one thing, the profile, if it is going to be like this, it's going to be bumpy, and you cannot afford to. As an engineer, you need to, your first thing to check at is safety, and for this one you actually be proposing problem rather than solution, so you need to ensure that you're proposing solution. So what I'm going to do here now is to ensure that I create so this one is alignment HB, alignment profile. We have a good description there, and then I come to this one, I select it, and then click here, select it, and then I will come to home, profile, create profile, and then I click here, add, draw profile, then alignment, alignment, and then click next, 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 then you click create your for this one I'll be pressing it just down here, then you get to see like the difference of the two. With that, I'm going to create a proposed, but I will create for one because of the matter of time. So I just create a proposed profile here. Just go again to home. Then I just create here. I just create proposed road profile. Then I just call it road profile actually profile for HB. You should ensure that you're keeping your workflow, because you might need this data. You might need to access them, but you will not be able to access them if you have not described them well. So you'll have some bit of problem, but in this case we're good. Then I click again here, tangent with curves. Tangent with curves, I will create now a proposed one. So I ensure that I avoid much of what much of problems, and provide a good solution here. Then I click enter. So with that we will have a proposed here, a proposed um, profile, proposed road profile, and it will actually work, because if you look at this, for example, we get to look at it later in our upcoming classes, the amount that is cut and fill. So the amount that we cut here should be able to, if this material we are going to use it, if it is good material, then we should not import materials from outside to come to this project. Like, we should not borrow if this material is good, so we should use that material in here, like we call them fill. And then this material that you are filling here should not like be less. So if we cut here, let's replace this material here to reduce the cost of the project. And I think this is a big mistake sometimes that engineers can make. Like, you have a project and then you have borrowed a lot of materials, and then your project becomes too expensive even for big institution to afford it. But for this case, I would propose to you that you try to balance the two, and you'll be cool with that. And with that, friends, I come to the end of this, and we meet tomorrow for our continue. We meet tomorrow as we continue with this class. So goodbye, and until then, take care.